also the bureaucrats program.
Yeah, hold on. Let me tell you.
You stand there. Let's say you well and you try to act
Watch out, Izzy, man. You gotta get down for it.
right now. You guys don't know what you should sure. We're not able. Gonna allow us more right. Okay. Well, so in theory, yes, in this I we can have order. The problem is that even though you have this order, the problems persist. How do you do with inequality? How do you do with corruption? How do you do with this alienation of that's what the issue that needs to be addressed, just not being addressed right now.
YouTube, dude. Paywall. Mine wants paywall. That's not a commercial. That's literally just just a paywall. Hey, sorry.
I want to make
Well, you know where mosquitoes came from.
the game that you're playing is strange. It's weird. So I'll point out three things that you do that don't really make any sense. The first thing that you do is you spend a lot of your time learning English. In fact, you probably spend more time learning English than you do learning Chinese. That's weird. And I've asked Chinese students before why they are so focused on learning English. And their answers usually are, I want to learn knowledge. I want to go abroad. I want to communicate. I want to use the internet. That's not really a good explanation. Okay, so that's one thing that's weird. Second thing that's weird is you're obsessed with making money, especially US dollars. Okay, and the third thing that's weird is that
That's weird.
your goal in life is to immigrate to a country, specifically the United States, right? You want to go to the United States for college, get a degree, and hopefully stay there, get a good job. But as we discussed before, strange because you are much higher status in China. You're much more likely to get a good job. You're much more likely to marry a beautiful woman than you are in the United States, where the game is rigged against you. Okay, so this sort of behavior is weird. If you think about it, what you should be really trying to do is master Chinese. Because if you master Chinese, and given your family background, given the fact that your family is often wealthy and well connected in China, you can climb up pretty high in China. Okay? So if you want to learn Chinese, you're far better able to communicate yourself. You're far more likely to gain respect to status in China
for you to forget.
when you say you learn English. US dollars doesn't make
All
any
right,
sense.
girlies,
What you really want
pause
is
that.
status. Right? What you really want is to be well respected. You want a prestigious job. You want to marry.
Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts for baptism for baptism. Through Jesus Christ, the Lord, amen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, what?
I want to go back to school.
Yeah.
It's February now.
Hmm?
Well, 13 more days until Valentine's Day. It's on the 14th, right?
Always.
Also, we need to make a box, Mom.
Oh, are you guys supposed to bring in boxes too?
I don't know. That's what they usually do. Find out. I haven't found out. Give people some mail so they know that Valentine's is
So they know you love them?
and Valentine's is here.
And Valentine's is here?
Yeah.
Mm.
Was it off on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it's on a Saturday.
I thought it was usually like a party.
They're doing it for you guys on the 13th. Ours is on the 12th, though. Because we have this town on the 15th.
Catholic holiday and public school.
Yeah. They still get to do Valentine exchanges.
Well, that's kind of like Valentine's is different.
Catholics that work with though.
Mm.
But yeah, so we only have 12 days until Valentine's Day.
Yeah, have fun on that day. Better hope you don't get scheduled a double.
Oh yeah, true, Mom.
It's the
No,
worst
we
day
went through
ever.
it. That and Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
They're
Mother's
real
Day.
things in a restaurant,
Yeah.
and maybe it's changed in 20 years. But like,
Veterans
no,
Day
it
was bad.
slammed.
What about Father's Day?
No, if Veterans
No.
Day was bad, then yeah, Valentine's Day is horrific.
Yeah.
Most of us would be scheduled doubles, all wait staff, all back of the house staff, and then they would actually bring in food for in between your shifts. So as a server, I'd clear my last table, I'd run to the back, eat whatever they had given us,
Oh,
and then get back in and clock back in. And it was from there'd be lines like 30 minutes to 60 minutes before the doors open. And then there'd be lines.
this is a weird one. Sorry, I just have to say it. I'm literally picking it up and getting the grease to roll underneath it, and it still sticks.
Yeah.
No, it's a trip.
And then there would be basically the lines wouldn't start breaking until
Finally, let's go. Ew.
So yeah, it'd be one of those like if you were a closer, you weren't getting out of there even at the server till like 1 a.m.
Joseph got out at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, sometimes that's because their machine has broken or something like that.
Yeah.
But no,
That's not normal.
but yeah, Valentine's Day is
What about Father's Day?
not as bad. It's
It'd be more, but
Valentine's.
It's not a real holiday.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
No, that's some woke
It's
shit.
just to
People
even out
wanna-
Mother's Day.
Thank you. Yes, that's all it was. Just
Yeah.
some whiny guys, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, the two worst
Yeah.
days
But that's
were Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. And they ran the same. They were pretty much neck and neck. They'd be about even.
some liberal shit. Men
It
and
was,
women are the same. Because equal and the same is not the same. You can
There
be
was-
the same but different. Yeah.
there's actually the greeting card companies.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mother's Day was invented by just someone that wanted to, appreciate their mom. And then when greeting card companies caught wind, they commercialized it.
Yeah, and then they commercialized it.
And they're like, oh wait, we can do Father's Day too. That doesn't even exist yet.
That's like Memorial Day. I know. And there are some holidays that were straight up commercially invented, I think, in the 20th century. Like Memorial Day, people were really going to the cemetery and decorating
They used to do that for
the dead of the Civil War. And then it morphed. And then Thanksgiving was like that, actually. It wasn't a national holiday until it got commercialized and all that in the 1900s, probably.
Mhm.
But people were still, depending on where you lived, it's the Halloween's like that too, right? So I wonder when Halloween became like a holiday,
I don't know.
where everybody. I know by the time the 50s roll around, right? Because there's pictures of kids in store-bought cups.
Mhm.
I know
Classrooms. There's pictures of kids in classrooms.
it
Yeah.
was sometime pre-World War II because there's old World War II posters saying it was un-American to go trick-or-treating.
I'm sure they will, yeah. But like we had all the holidays we have now when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Basically. What's up? They're still fighting over Martin Luther King Day.
Mhm.
Well, actually, no. There's Lincoln and Washington's birthday used to be separate holidays.
Yeah, and they come back.
Yep, and you used to get out of school for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a holiday.
Yeah, we still get out of school for President's Day.
Did we really? That's
Mhm.
crazy.
We still get out of school for
Yeah, secular holiday. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was city school. So that's close.
But we still get out of school for Martin Luther King. And then in February, that's what they call President's Day. We still get out of school for that drill.
Yeah, MLK is one of those hot topics. That's hard argument. Yeah. No, like, why does he get his own national holiday?
Yeah.
Kennedy doesn't have one.
Mm-hmm. A
Or,
lot of people don't.
but MLK was a big deal too. So,
Yeah.
but who knows? There was a lot of people who were a big deal
That's what I'm saying.
at the time. We don't know. You know, history is, yeah.
Point I've heard is why MLK and not Malcolm X.
Hmm. Well, I think that's part of it goes back to the civil rights movement and like violent versus nonviolence. And so, of course, white people are going to promote Martin Luther King over. So, but I think MLK has won over the long run, just like Christianity is run. Slave revolts don't work, dude. You're falling into they're using your hatred against you. They're not dumb. Yeah, they wouldn't be slave masters if they were stupid. You know, right? So I think that's why even the black community over time, Malcolm X has faded. You know, and Martin Luther King has still been.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to hear it. That the best way to get revenge is to be good.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear that. No. So, but yeah, who else has a holiday?
Mm,
Is that it? Just
That's it.
President's Day? And then the President's Day means all of
All
them,
of them.
kind of, which is fair because I think that's why people were. I'm sure the Southerners didn't like Lincoln's Day.
Yeah.
So,
And so then you can say too, like now President's Day.
I'm sorry, President.
didn't reach it.
Yeah.
But like, we didn't get out for Valentine's. You still don't, right? You don't get out for St. Patrick's Day, do you?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Now, St. Patrick's Day, at least, I mean, it probably doesn't always happen that way, but it has the last like so many years. It falls during spring break.
Mm,
So you do end up with that day off.
yep.
Or like, see, we're not getting off for Valentine's Day, but Valentine's Day is very close to when they celebrate President's Day. So like
Hey. Oh,
so we have that Monday and Tuesday off. So
and it's probably too like if you're trying to run a neutral school or whatever, uh, if most of the students aren't going to be there, you got to come up with some excuse to call the holiday.
Yeah,
Like that's how it ends up. Like, dude, they're not.
they're not.
Okay, so we're going to call this spring break.
Yeah.
They're all calling it Easter, but we'll call it spring break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So April, we get off that Friday before Easter.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not getting off for Easter. It's just called spring holiday,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one would be there. It'd be a waste of time.
No.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Told you the tail wags the dog.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, and then I think I was gonna tell you, well, whatever's going on with the, the snowplow conspiracy. But yeah, I was like, I forgot to tell you that because after we got that Thursday off, and it kind of warms a lot. I was like, I think they literally had to wait until the snow
Melted naturally. I bet you they did on some of
I
those,
think that's what it ended up
especially on the side. If they're using side roads excuse, a lot of those are hard to plow, period.
hmm
So you have to have cars out there,
Mhm.
and you don't have experienced staff.
Yeah, and cars that haven't been moved.
No, you saw that in Michigan, and now in Michigan, they'll do it anyways.
Yeah.
They'll bury your
Yeah,
shit,
bury your
dude, and
car.
because they bury your driveway. You
Mhm.
got to go out there.
No, because I almost got Zilly stuck a couple times
Mhm.
because there were big
Yeah.
old drifts and
Mhm.
and our little low profile car,
Yep.
that was the one thing it could not do. It could not
Mhm.
just plow through a big drift
So
or even a small drift, really. But um uh but yeah, just because as clear and as dry as the main roads were, then even when we came in, you could see the ice and stuff still on the side roads.
mhm.
And I was like, I think they literally had to wait until
So
it
naturally melted.
at least most of it off.
I got kind of nervous. Like when I bought that dried milk and shit, I was thinking if that if our snowplow conspiracy is true, that could explain halfway why they were panicking beforehand because they thought it might be an ice storm. And yeah, if we get another ice storm like that, it could get pretty bad. It could take them months before they get our shit back up, and they know that. And people don't know that, but then, and yeah, we got lucky. It was just snow, but I wonder if, like, no, that was halfway. What they knew they were scared. There was a chance that could have been fucking 3 inches of ice, which meant, and then yeah, that ain't like that was 20 years ago. My daughter was still in, and yeah, that's how long it takes for shit to just completely fall apart, dude. And they don't have the manpower and they don't have it's the logistics. It's not just it's the logistics and the know-how to. So anyways, I was like, man, I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. I hope that's not, but no, the ice storms are bad, dude. And you saw how many electricians and linemen had to come in from all over. You remember living through that, like it was a big deal. They came from New England and Massachusetts and like, but half those guys, that was 20 fucking years ago. Half those guys are retired, dude. That's why they were working. They're retired. So,
That's why even in the last couple of years or whatever, then that's why it's been bad down in Texas.
yep,
They don't have the infrastructure to fucking plow roads and stuff either.
no.
It was probably sketchy anyways, 'cause it doesn't
Anyways,
happen to them a lot. Then,
anywhere where it's just where you have to deal with something that doesn't happen all the time.
uh-huh.
Yeah, like floods out of nowhere. Yep.
Well, so yeah. But yeah, it's like there's no way that should have taken that long. And
That long.
then when I saw the side roads and that they were still a little sketchy.
I didn't even see him putting gravel down. Now, we usually don't salt because it melts in a few days. But
Mhm.
like they're usually putting gravel down as it's snowing.
Yeah.
Remember, they'd park underneath the bridges and
But even salt, as long as the kids were at us, like we should have been salting. Like it wasn't gonna get warm,
yep.
right?
But no, we don't salt here. Our
Do
road.
you know? Okay.
You just throw gravel down and you drive on top of the snow
Yeah.
or the ice or whatever,
Yeah.
and that causes it to melt. That friction. You know what I mean? Because every car that drives, you're sanding it basically.
Yeah.
So I would assume, but yeah. But yeah, you have to salt the sidewalks. And it's not just that, you have to shovel the sidewalks. And they don't have snow plows here. Where's the snow plow? I don't fucking know. When's the last time we used it? Last fucking year?
Yeah. And
Well, we
spring
need 20 of them. They're not going to have 20. So, anyways, but then they don't have people.
in Springfield, I remember when it would be starting to get snowy or icy. I remember in parking lot of grocery stores, like I can see it in my head. There'd be parked private snow plows,
Mm-hmm.
basically just waiting for the call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, how many of those guys are like that?
that's what I mean. And like you
How
could,
old is your dad?
mm-hmm,
That's the prime.
yeah,
And then Gen X. I think it is with my generation. It's either there's no middle class left. You're either a total loser like me. So yeah, you can't work anymore. You're broke down or you're fucking dead or you're a meth addict or you're in prison or you got a decent job and you did what you were told and you're fucking retired now, dude, with these houses. That's all so like I don't think Gen X, my generation's going to be able to help. Because any of us who are still healthy or whatever, they're set, dude. They're pieces of shit, bro. And I don't mean that bad, but like they're they did what they turned it
necessary.
they turned in their homework. They did what they told and now they've been rewarded. And they're not gonna give that shit up. And they're not gonna go out there and work. They're managers, they're foremen, they're and any of us left it can't work, dude. We're all pieces of shit, broken from living that rock and roll lifestyle, or we're fucking broken, dude. And then none of those kids want to work.
I wonder if it's other things too, like with the onslaught of like, which has crumpled like small businesses and stuff,
Mhm.
with the onslaught of to open this kind of business, you have to have all these certifications and you have to have all these approvals and you have to pay money for that.
Mhm.
Who's gonna talking about a class of people?
Well, they freeze out people.
Uh-huh.
That's what people have been talking about, how the Republicans are actually anti-free market. They've all been anti-free market. And only corporations can afford to compete. The FDA, they talk about FDA and butcher sites and all that. And so in the name of safety, they pass these regulations that then small business owners and farmers and ranchers can't. And then, yeah. And so the corporations are in league with the government, so they keep passing more and more. So, and the next thing you know, they have cornered the drug market, dude. Which is crazy. But they've cornered every market. There's all kinds of shit you can't buy, sell, or trade without their consent. Well, I mean, it's right there, everybody. Okay, all right. I think the old timers were right with that UPC symbol. I thought that was the mark of the beast somehow. Barcode. That's not the barcode. I remember the old timers thought that barcode was the
Where should I go?
I know. I know. I love you, Joseph Michael.
What?
I love you. Right. No, I can see it setting in. I can see him. I can watch him getting older in front of my eyes. I'm praying for him, dude. I'm praying for him. Yeah, this is Oklahoma. Hopefully that helps. More people here are broken to the work. They are.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he's around some good examples and like, yeah, this is it, man. Sorry. I'm sorry, but it is, dude. They expect you to work every day the rest of your fucking life, bro. No, they do, man. They do, dude. So what? That's
Yeah.
mean to sit down and have a talk with them somehow and just say the only hope you have is making it easier, either through school or but even then, dude, it's all gonna be work, man. It's not even rich people. This is it, dude. This is what you got to look forward to. I feel so bad for him. So sis just took to it more naturally. I don't know. And no, I can tell she gets tired and burnt out. So she's just,
she's a little tougher. So
yeah,
mentally tougher.
feminine women just, yeah. So something, but yeah, I feel bad for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember being that age. I can remember one day putting in a door jamb and the painting thing was starting to wear off, and I was telling myself, I can't fucking do this, dude. I can't. And looking at how many door jambs were left in the house and how tedious this was, and just my mind going, I can't. They expect me to.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, it was fucking with my head, dude. Like, I can't fucking do this, dude.
Yeah.
And I started stumbling not long after that. Really, some excuse or get fired or not show for. But yeah, it was the monotony of it, dude. Fuck, I can't believe this is what they expect me to do. No way. It hitting me. I was 17, 16, 17. Like, holy fuck. And I was in production painting. No, I was just like, what the fuck, dude? I can't do this. I can't do this, dude. Then what the fuck was I gonna do? Anyway, when you start realizing you're not rich, like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
I can't do this. I can't do this, dude. I should just fucking kill myself right there. I should have. What? I should have. I think that's when I started fucking escaping into dreams of like fucking whatever, walking into the woods. I wouldn't have to do it forever. No, you're a pussy. Well, that's how they get us. We're fucking pussies and we're scared. So they catch us. If we weren't pussies, we would have jumped off the fucking cliff, dude. But yeah, we're scared. So they fucking catch us. And then they make us work. And then it's never enough. Never enough until we start jumping off the fucking buildings again. God damn, dude. And I just don't. Anyways, I was tripping, dude. This is all the shit I'm thinking about when I'm fucking putting this door down. Holy fuck. This is real? Wait, this is real? Yeah, dude, this is real. Fuck, man. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just to stay out of prison?
Well,
Just to have coffee and cigarettes? Fuck, man.
what do you do later? Okay, lady, you guys have like 10 minutes.
I'm not being depressing. I'm looking at
A little bit.
No, I'm not. I know the reality of the situation and how far they have fucking pushed us.
Could tell my kids in the classroom now. And they have some tell them that you guys got to break down.
What? I think that's Oklahoma. At least there's more honest. There's enough poor people left here to be like, yo, bro, they will put you in a little tiny cell.
I was like, this is nothing, guys. I was like, it's just began. And I was like,
You can't even write your name on a piece of paper, dude. God.
Everything from here on out, you're going to have to work and you're going to have to follow the rules. You've got to show up and you've got to turn in your work.
And you got it. Yep.
And you're going to have to do that every single day.
Yep.
And
For the rest of your life.
And I go, it doesn't stop in high school, and you'll go on to do it in college, or you'll go on to do it in a job.
Yep.
And I was like, so right now, you guys have to break.
No, it's true though,
I was like,
dude.
you just have to. It's your mind. You know,
No,
just-
it
I'm
is.
trying-
Getting that.
it's your
Just break to
mindset.
it, dude.
Just
No.
understand that this. I was like, this is your job right now.
Yep.
Like, and it's not going to change for a while, but then, I was like, but yeah, you have to.
That's always those. You'll get one of those. My teacher told me to do the and then I followed my motherfucker. Yeah, 1 out of 999,099,000 of you fucking. Oh, okay, you hit the lottery, so you actually didn't have to. Oh, or you made it your way. Congratulations, Frank.
Yeah.
But for the other 99.99999 point of my fucking students, yeah, they need to break.
Yeah. I said that too, and I was like,
No, I just thought about that because you always get that one artist that was. They told me to stop dressing like a, or stop that I need. They were trying to crush. No, they were just trying to help you.
I don't know, because I think I said something like that. I was like, and I was like, there's a few. I was like, there's a few that it may not be true for, and I was like, but
I don't think that's not.
I was like, let's do numbers, guys. I was like, no. I was like, the vast majority of people, that is simply not true.
I think it's like that. That's what we're finding out with the Epstein files. Anyone they're letting get away with shit, they end up cooking later.
Yeah.
Because the only way you're getting away with shit is because you're scheming. And it's like the mob movies. I believe in those fucking mob movies, dude. Anyone who's getting away with scheming and they're just fucking letting them hang themselves. And then they use those guys too. That's that Epstein file shit. That's all those congressmen who get burnt and get blackmailed. And so, yeah, that ain't worth it either. That ain't. All those artists got, yeah, those are the dudes that got in satanic fucking videos, dude, doing weird. Yeah. No, it ain't free. They lied to you. Life ain't free for anybody. So I'm starting to suspect, like, no, dude, I don't. You're right. Everyone needs to break to it. You're not going to get around it. Even if you think you did, you're not, dude. He's just fucking he's leading you to your own fucking. You think you're smart. You think you're fucking. Okay, we'll see in the long run. You can't beat the house.
Yeah.
It's like it's okay to go to the casino as long as you know in the long run. No, you can't beat that house, or it wouldn't be there, dude. It would be bankrupt. So you're there for the entertainment.
No, and there's some of them. It was like I even bring up the point. I was like, and I know some of you. I was like, it's still easy right now. I was like, you have to train yourself to work because eventually it's not going to be.
Yep.
And I was just like,
That's those geniuses.
Yeah, and I was like, I have examples of kids from my last year's class. They were students, you guys. They didn't have to. It all came easy to them. It was like, all it took was one grade level up, and they're
When it
struggling.
fucking hit the wall,
It hit the
everyone,
wall, and
and it
now
doesn't
they're.
matter what it is. It doesn't matter who it is. Eventually, everybody hits the
That's
fucking
what I
wall,
said.
dude, and
I was
has to
like,
put in the work.
there's going to be eventually some time where, yeah, and it's gonna you have to turn it. It's not gonna
Mhm.
be enough just to sit there.
Yep,
You
telling you, dude.
gotta learn to work.
Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure that's how it got in the Bible, dude. It's true, man.
No.
We're cursed. We fucked up. And that's a fundamental part of reality. Everybody has to work, dude. And no one's gonna do it for it. Like, they'll do it for a little while.
You know.
So
Mhm.
nobody wants to work. Get that?
Oh,
Nobody
because that's
wants to
my other
work.
point to him too. Just like no one will do it for you. Be like, I was like, guys, your middle school teachers aren't gonna listen to your parents. I was like,
Yep.
they can no longer troubleshoot for you.
Yep.
I was like, they don't. I was like, in high school, even more so. I was
Well,
like,
until you're getting to the grades where you don't get, it's not age based anymore. They'll fail you in high school. And yeah, they don't like to do that. But like they can't pass everyone in high. So that no child, I'm sorry, but no, dude, they will fail you in high school.
yeah.
They will tell you you're not going, because if you fail in high school, it just means you're not going to college, dude.
Mhm.
Like, no, you shouldn't be in prep school because you're not turning in your work. And if you can't turn in your work in prep school, okay. It's not a, it's a, you, this shit isn't for you. So anyways, but yeah. They can't just fucking age you out, like, because now they're getting shit for that, because people are graduating who can't read and write, dude. Well, you can't do that either, dude. So,
Yeah.
that's the Texas way. Just give them their fucking merit badges. Dude, they didn't even, oh, fuck.
Mhm.
No, is it not?
Yeah.
That's their football players who can't read and fucking write, dude. God dang it, dude. That just goes to show, like Shaquille O'Neal. Uh, he's a success story not because of any of the people in his life other than his family, if I understand correctly. That made him into, he's a big, huge, strong guy. And on top of it, he became famous, man, and rich. Like, but he had a family. It wasn't a coach, it wasn't a lawyer, it wasn't an attorney, it wasn't,
Mhm.
it was his family. I had a point to that. What was it? I can't remember. Oh, about people thinking they can get out of work or
Oh
something,
yeah.
or can't remember, but yeah. Maybe I was thinking about people. Oh, the kids and bad influences, and so. But yeah, you have to have people in your life who tell you, who break you, who
Mhm.
do. They send their kids here to break them.
Mhm.
Real, dude. Okay, I'm taking a nap. The system works. They've just taken it away from us, dude. That's all. The money. We don't have the money's not real. And if the money's not real, the game's not real. It's like playing poker without money. So we're all sitting here playing poker without money and we're fucking bored and this is stupid. because no one's gonna play a game where you can just print more money, dude. Like, that's not. They never lose. A game where you can never lose because you just print yourself more fucking. And you expect me to play, dude? Really? And you can give your money to your kid? Dude. No one wants to play this game. This is not God's game. Yeah. No. I think that's why all of us are we checking us. Like, dude, this is yeah.
Probably the coffee if you're taking a nap.
Because that's how I sleep best.
Yeah. Okay.
It is. It is.
All right, Sydney and Izzy.
Because I love to coffee.
Oh, okay.
I can always tell her bathroom voice. Like it has this air of authority or something, like or gravitas. And she's like, I'm in the bathroom. I can't even rough like it. Because maybe everybody does that. Maybe a
Probably.
human thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, because I know I don't. Like,
Picks
I'm
up.
going potty.
Yep, yep. We pick it up. Yeah. Because I'm in the bathroom. What did you say? Excuse me.